Are you guys ready to see my new hair color? Take a guess. Just pause and take a guess right now. Reveal in 3, 2, 1. No, I actually love it. All right, now that that's out the way, let's get into the point of this video. Let me bring you closer. Today, we're talking about manifestation. Today, I woke up and I felt the full effects of the end of the year stress. We are coming to a new year, and I thought to myself, oh my God, time flies by and I don't know what I want to do with the rest of my year. What am I going to do with my life? Around this time of year, we start asking ourselves, did we achieve our New Year's resolutions from the start of the year? Did we do what we set out to do? For me, last time I used manifestation, I wanted to change my career path and have a big lifestyle change. And using the manifestation methods that I'm about to tell you in this video, I got everything that I wanted. So I'm really only making this video because I got so many comments on that one video of mine asking me, how did you manifest this? How did you change your life? You guys really, really wanted to know. And I got a pretty free day. So let's sit down and talk about it. If you watched my video about how I changed my career path in 6 months with no experience, then you'll know that I used manifestation to write down my goals. I created a vision board. I meticulously detailed every single little thing that I wanted out of this career change. And you know, it wasn't even really about the career. It was more about the lifestyle that I wanted to change. Like not having to do a 2-hour commute or wanting to move out of my parents' place. I was manifesting freedom, the ability to wake up in the morning as a 20-something-year-old in a city center apartment, go to the gym, pick up a latte, and work from my laptop from anywhere. What I was really manifesting was being the happiest, hottest, healthiest, fittest, most financially stable version of myself. Someone who just attracts everything they want. Stuff just works in my favor. I wanted that little lifestyle, you know? And I get so many questions every day on YouTube and on Instagram DMs about how to manifest your goals and believe that you're like a worthy person, an attractive and magnetic person, manifesting that new job or that secret admirer or like a cute pet kitten. I'm kidding, you're not allowed to manifest that. The cat distribution system picks that for you. First of all, let's talk about what the hell manifestation actually means. I wish I had someone explain it to me as I'm about to explain it to you in this video. Because I thought it was just like writing your goal down in a diary and looking at it every morning, hoping impatiently that it was going to happen that day. So essentially manifestation is believing in yourself, but belief is also a tricky word. We all have beliefs, we all have thoughts, we all have a perception of how our life is and who we are. And these beliefs and thoughts feed into how we feel. That is a really powerful thing. If you believe you are a socially awkward person and you repeatedly think in every social situation, oh my God, I'm so shy, I'm so awkward, you're inevitably going to trip over your words and come across awkwardly, which is going to make the energy in the situation and the other person respond to you as if you are that kind of person, which is going to reinforce that belief that you are a socially awkward person. And no, I'm not saying this applies to everyone in a bad situation. People in bad situations didn't end up there because they thought about them. I'm not talking about things that you can't control, like natural disasters or terminal illness. Okay, we're not talking about that. We're talking about things you can control. Because you do have a power in your own life. If you start thinking over and over, I am confident, you will present confidently and the world will respond to you as a confident person. It's about living in the present moment of who you want to be right now rather than thinking about who you ever used to be, or that version of you that you want to be is just stuck in the future in some unattainable, distant realm. We all have the power right now to make changes that our future self is going to thank us for. And once you start acting in that way, acting in the way that you want to act, it's like a feedback loop. You're going to start attracting other people that act the same way, they're on the same energy, your life will change. Of course, you also need a detailed plan. Get clear on what it is that you want. What is that life that you want to live? Is it like a broad goal that's like all encompassing of everything in your life, or is it like a specific thing that you want? Next, we're going to talk about baby steps. Believing isn't enough if you want a career change or to learn a new hobby or a skill. You're not going to be able to just sit in your room and dream about being a chef and then wake up one day and you're suddenly a Michelin star chef. So we're also going to talk about planning and being intentional and realistic with your goals. So you're going to need some sort of notebook or notes in your phone in order to write this stuff down, to remind yourself of your plan. First, I'm going to elaborate on belief and believing, and then we're going to talk about goal setting. All right, so believing. When I first heard about manifestation, it was from the movie The Secret. It's like a sort of documentary style self-help movie about your thoughts becoming your reality. And when I heard that, I was a little bit skeptical. I thought to myself, not everything you think becomes real. What about people who are in wars or, you know, like they didn't think about being in a war? That sounds really dumb and it's putting blame on people for no reason. But I realized it's not about things you can't control, like economic circumstances. It's about things that you can control in your life. And the things that you can control and change, you should control and change. The things that we can change for most of us is going to look like getting fit, eating well, studying for a new career path, finding a partner, getting a new social group and new friends, becoming a more magnetic person to opportunities opening up all around you, moving to a new country, and just becoming a better person. All these things are within our control, and they just take time and effort and holding up your side of the bargain. Then the universe is going to do the rest. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean the universe is going to do the rest? Because that sounds kind of dumb, right? Like, what do you mean? The Milky Way is just like listening and then does it like magic? What that's meant when it's said is that everything in the universe emits some sort of frequency. Now, when we translate that into humans and the depth of our emotions and the depth of our feelings and beliefs, I do know that I can sense when something's off, or when I can sense that someone just like isn't on the same energy as me. I can sense someone's intentions. I think humans have a pretty good perception when it comes to first impressions that's linked to our survival instincts. These sorts of energies play into how things turn out. If you are constantly on that low frequency, you're always like sad and pessimistic and worried about all kinds of things in the day, you're likely going to attract the thing you're worrying about. And you're also going to attract people who are in the same mindset, worriers, pessimists. Now, I'm a culprit of that too. I'm totally not immune to my day starting off bad and then like getting in like a down mindset about it. I think to myself, oh, what the hell? Like, it's raining, 3 bills came out of my account, I got a job rejection, and I burnt my lunch. Like, fuck. This is such a shit day. But I've just like reaffirmed it in my own head how shit of a day it's going to be. And it's inevitably going to get shitter because I'm already anticipating things turning out bad. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for my belief to be proven. It's hard to change that mindset when minor inconveniences or disappointing things happen during the day, but you do need to start reframing it in your mind to a blessing. I'm trying to think to myself how I can reframe that. So, oh, it's raining. All my flowers are gonna get watered. Yay. Oh, I burnt my lunch. Oh, let me check the package. Oh shit, the fish was out of date anyway. Looks like I got saved from getting salmonella. A bunch of bills came out of my account. I'll be able to stay in my apartment for another month. Another job rejection. It just must have not been right for me. Once you start like bouncing back, life just changes for the better. If we zoom out from our little bubble as a human being in our complex lives, we can see the expanse of our life, past, present, and future. We can see how each decision builds upon one another until the end of our life, where we reach our destination. The destination is the product of all of our decisions. So every time that you looked in the mirror and said, you're ugly, you're worthless, you're stupid, you're not capable, you don't have what it takes, you created that as your reality. And at the end of your life, you're going to look back on your 20-year-old self, your 30-year-old self, your 40-year-old self, and wonder why you were so harsh, why you didn't just try things and believed in yourself a little bit more. And if you got the chance to do it all over again, you would probably do things differently. You would think to yourself, I was a smart and capable and kind young woman, and I have what it takes. And that's why when you're in the energy of receiving and believing in yourself, your reality can change. There's a book I love called The Midnight Library. I don't know where it's gone, but it's one of my favorite. Oh, I lent it to my sister. It's one of my favorite books, and it's about a woman who gets to the end of her life. She unalives herself, and she's stuck in this intermediary state between life and death. And this in-between state takes the form of a library. Now, this library is full of books. There is infinite amount of books in this library, and each book is a story of how her life could have gone if she just made some different decisions or believed in herself. In some of the books, she's not happy at all, and in some of the books, she's really happy. In some of the books, she's an Olympic athlete. In some of them, she's rich and famous. In some, she's just like a small town teacher who's helping young kids going down the wrong path in life choose better decisions. And it's a really good way to think about fate. What is fated in your life is a combination of all the decisions that you made leading up to a destination. And when you wake up and realize that you can change that destination, and your life actually has multiple hundreds, thousands of possible destinations that you could end up in based on your current beliefs, the power is in your hands. And for the overthinkers out there, I just want to put a disclaimer in, because I am an overthinker as well, that you don't have to micromanage your thoughts. Just because you have a little negative thought pop up in your head or a little bit of self-doubt doesn't mean you've ruined, the manifestation process. It's fine. It's just a daily practice of becoming a better you through repetitive efforts to change your perceived reality, your perception. And as a result of your perception about yourself changing, your energy that you emit into the world will also change. Your choices will change. The way you speak to people will change. Ultimately leads you to new destinations. And that brings us in nicely to goal setting. I'm really thirsty. Okay, goal setting. We've got the belief side down. That's only one side of the coin. You can't just sit in your room and dream about having a mansion and then not actually do anything to get there. Now, it's okay if you don't have a big goal in mind. We all want and desire something. It's just about finding out what that is and honing in on it and understanding how that feels. It's important to feel it now in this moment because you are attracting it. Experience your want as if it is present. Feel it with all of your senses. Shut your eyes, see it, hear it, smell it, taste it. Visualize that version of you that you want to be and swap it out with your current self. It's okay to be a little bit delusional. It's okay to be a little bit silly. My life got 1,000,000 times better when I understood that I'm allowed to try new things and I'm allowed to not act like myself. I'm allowed to do things that are out of character because my character that other people perceive me to be is just a box that I put myself in. I'm allowed to look back on memories or actions that I did in the past and cringe, and then turn them into tender memories of my history and how I got to where I am now. And what is acting like yourself anyway? It's whatever you want it to be. I want you to write down what you in your desired reality acts like. What did they do in the morning? What are their affirmations to themselves? What's their job? What's their morning routine? What do they eat every day? Who are their friends? What are their friends like? What do they do with their friends? What kind of media do they consume? If something went wrong, how do they handle disappointment or disrespect? How do they show love to people? This way you can start to build up a picture of what that person looks like and you can start to feel it now. Picture building will help with the goal setting section because you're breaking down what that person does and then you just adopt those behaviors. I'm sure you've heard of the quote, I don't know, I'm probably going to butcher this, but a goal without a plan is like sailing a ship without a map. You're kind of just rowing your boat in circles or in the wrong direction. If you have a goal but you don't have a plan, your daily actions are not doing the building blocks in order to build up to that goal. So now that we've got this vision of what our best selves do and think and believe and say and what their order at Starbucks is, now we can break those actions and those verbs into long, medium, and short-term actions with baby steps. So we start creating a routine around the habits of our future best selves so that we're actually building up to that person now. Sometimes I find writing it down physically helps to make it feel more concrete and real with ink and paper. And we're going to break down our desired reality into daily tasks. So for instance, if your desired reality's future self owns a bar and is really fit and is super confident, has really cool friends and like a cool social group, we can break that down into medium and short-term goals. So medium-term goal would be something like getting your drinks and alcohol license, having a weekly workout routine, and going out of your way every day to talk to strangers and build up your social skills. Now we break that into like micro baby steps, like dedicating 30 minutes each day to studying what it takes to run a business and opening a bar, taking that hour out of the day to go do exercise at the gym or yoga, meal prepping on a Sunday so you have like healthy meals in the fridge for you to eat, and walking into a room with confidence, engaging people in conversation, talking to the cashier at Yankee Candle and asking them about their weekend, being genuinely excited and interested in people. That's how you're going to create new social connections and that's how you're going to practice your social skills. So I want you to sit and write down those long, medium, and short-term goals and the baby steps daily that are going to be the building blocks in order to create that reality. And I also want you to write down the why you want those things beside each goal. Because inevitably, during the daily grind of doing all of this stuff, you're gonna feel demotivated when there's not that instant gratification and when you're not seeing results. So I want you to have that why right next to it so you can revisit it and remind yourself why you wanted that in the first place. What is the feeling behind it? What is the intention behind it? You're not going to listen to your head or your heart. You're just going to show up for yourself. Be there at the gym. You're not even thinking about, should I go to the gym or not? You just turn up at the gym. That's where you know you're going to be. Does your future self think about whether they want to go to the gym? No. They just go. They just turn up. That's where they're going to be at 7 a.m. They just know that. That's part of their routine daily. It's autopilot for them, so it's autopilot for you. I know it's easier said than done, but your future self is relying on you in the present moment to show up and do what needs to be done in order to get to that destination. So don't let your future self down. That is my advice on manifestation. My camera died just as I was finishing up this video, but I just want to say that I'm going to make a part 2 to this video. This one was kind of like an introduction to manifestation. The next video is going to be like practical tips that you can use to stick to your goals throughout the year, and little mind tricks that you can use to sort of trick your brain into wanting to achieve your goals. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and for supporting the channel throughout the year. If you're celebrating, enjoy your Christmas time, have a great New Year's Eve, and I will see you in 2024.